Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'll be talking about the difference between ing adjectives versus present participle. So, when it comes to verbs, we have past tense, past participle, present participle. So, what are past tense? So, you take all V2 forms of verbs. So, they are called past tense. And you take V3 forms of verbs. They are called past participle. So they have different functions. Similarly, present participle means you take any base form of the verb, you add ing at the end. Those are called present participle. So of course they have different functions. Okay. Today, in this video, I'm going to focus on the difference. Look at first example. Now he is speaking. In this sentence, speaking is not an adjective, it is a verb. It is used in present continuous tense. Speaking equal to speak plus ing, right? So it is present participle verb. Look at second example. He is interesting. First sentence is different from second one. In second sentence, interesting is an adjective. So you must be thinking interest means base form of the verb. If we add ing, it becomes present participle. No. All verbs, we can add ing to any verb, but they have different functions. I already told you. So in second sentence, interesting is an adjective, not the verb. Of course, ed adjectives and ing adjectives are formed from verbs, but they are not verbs. Interesting is an adjective in the sentence as it is describing the pronoun he. He is interesting means he is interesting. That's why we are interested. People are interested. He cracks jokes. He is a good person and he understands things well. That's why he is interesting. Because he creates or he generates emotions. I hope this is clear. This is clear, right? We'll see a couple of examples, okay? The more you practice examples, you will understand the concept easily. Look at these examples. Right now, we know this playing cricket. Here, playing is a verb in the sentence. It is not an adjective. Vinod doesn't create any emotions or feelings in this sentence. Playing is just a verb. It is not an adjective. I was having dinner. Here, having is a verb. I was having dinner. That's it. So it is an action. So playing is an action verb and having is also an action verb. Look at next two examples. Anila is satisfying. Here Anila creates or generates emotions. So we'll see the result. Anila is satisfying. This is the cause. Okay. And what is the result? Because of Anila, employees are satisfied. Because Anila increases salary to employees and she provides incentives. She provides car facilities to employees. Because of her, employees are satisfied. I hope this is clear. Here, satisfied and satisfying both are adjectives. Remember this. Employees are satisfied means employees receive feelings or emotions by Anila because Anila is satisfying them. The teacher is disappointing. And what is the result? We are disappointed because she always teaches class, she always teaches lessons, she doesn't allow students to take some time and she doesn't crack any jokes and she always focuses on studies. That's why she is disappointing students. Because of the teacher, we are disappointed. Here we are disappointed. Disappointed is an adjective and we are disappointed by the teacher because the teacher generates this feeling or emotion. I hope this is clear. Remember, ed adjectives receive emotions or feelings. Ing adjectives creates or generates emotions or feelings to people and animals. Right? I hope this is clear, right? Look at these two examples. I was boring, which means so I made my students or I made my friends bored to feel bored. Mean because I was upset and I didn't go with them, or it could be any reason because I did something so that made my friends feel bored. Because of me, my friends were bored. My friends were bored. In this sentence, bored is my friends feeling. Why did they feel bored? Because of me, I was boring. Because they asked me to come out, I didn't go, and I wanted to stay at home. So, because of me, my friends were bored. Here, I was boring means I create emotions. I make my friends feel bored. She was confusing. In this sentence, confusing is an adjective, and she was confusing means she made she made me feel confused. I asked something, she told another thing. So because of her, I was confused. So it could be any reason. So I was confused means confusion is my feeling or emotion. How did I get confused? Because of her. I was confused is the result of the cause she was confusing. She was confusing is the cause. Result is I was confused. Ing adjectives and ed adjectives are adjectives, but they are not verbs. We don't consider them as verbs. I hope this is clear, right? Ed adjectives receive feelings or emotions. Ing adjectives create or generate emotions. Yeah, the box is interesting. She is confusing, right? We'll see the final clarification. Clarification plays an important role, and I'm going to take a couple of examples. Okay, look at the clarification examples. I am interesting. Here, I create emotions. Because of me, you are interested. I provide grammar videos and I make videos on every topic. I do something. Because of me, you are interested. You are interested is the result, final result or effect. Effect of the cause. Cause is I am interesting. Interesting is an adjective. I am an interesting person. So in this sentence also, interesting is an adjective. But person is the noun and I have used an adjective before the noun. Earlier I told you about the definition of adjectives. Adjectives are used before nouns and after nouns. So which kind of person I am? An interesting person. I am an interesting person. I am interesting, or I can say I am an interesting person. Both are same. There is no doubt in that. They are boring people, which means yeah, they don't know how to crack jokes. They always feel alone. They don't do anything. They don't go out to do something. That's why they are boring people. Here people is a noun, right? Plural countable. And before people, boring is an adjective and it is used before the noun. She is a fascinating girl. Fascinating is an adjective and it describes the girl. Which kind of girl she is? A fascinating girl. She is a fascinating girl, which means she's an attracting girl. Because of her, people are attracted. She wears good dresses and she doesn't apply makeup. Yeah, it could be any reason. So whatever the reason it is, she in this sentence she generates emotions. Because of her, people are fascinated, or people are attracted. He is a thrilling man. Which kind of man? He is a thrilling man. Man is a noun. Thrilling is an adjective. And man is described by an adjective, that is thrilling. He is a thrilling man, or you can say he is thrilling. Because of him, we are thrilled. I hope this is clear. So we'll see the final overview of the topic, okay, of the concept. Overview about ed adjectives and ing adjectives. So ed adjectives are used for people and animals. Ing adjectives are used for people, animals, places, things, objects. When it comes to ed adjectives, they describe nouns or pronouns, right? And ed adjectives receive feelings or emotions. By using ed adjectives, we describe emotions or feelings of people and animals. When it comes to ing adjectives, they create or generate emotions or feelings to people and animals. Here, generally, something creates emotions to people and animal. Yeah, the place is interesting, you are confusing, and your bike is fascinating, and this gift is attracting. So ing adjectives are used for people, animals, places, things, objects. Yeah, this bird is interesting. Yeah, that animal was so interesting, and that bird was attracting, right? So ing adjectives create feelings or emotions. I hope the concept is clear. So I have repeated several times. Ing adjectives create or generate feelings or emotions, and ed adjectives receive feelings and emotions.